Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, this is the last part of the travel series when I finish my journey in Copenhagen, Denmark. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on in this episode. Going to be visiting a brewery, a restaurant that serves the traditional smørrebrød, which is the open-faced rye sandwich, and finally the one Michelin star restaurant, Restaurant 108, which is the sister restaurant of Restaurant Noma. There's going to be no previous episode recap because I wanted to focus on this last video. There's going to be a reflection on the entire series of traveling to Scandinavia on another video. So here is part 7 of the Scandinavia series when I finally complete my journey in Copenhagen, Denmark. Y'all enjoy. Hey guys, so I am going to be Danish for at least a day to the best of my ability and get a bicycle. One of the receptionists, she mentioned to me the open face sandwich, and I'm not even gonna try to even pronounce it. It's a smørrebrød. So anyway, it's a place I want to go check out. They close at 3 because apparently Sunday, since today is Sunday, they're closing. A lot of places are closed early, so she did tell me that I can get there in about 30 minutes getting the bike. The road is relatively flat, thank you Google Maps, but I'm gonna go get this and then mount on the GoPro so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. And it's been a while since I rode a bike, but you know what they say, it's like riding a bike, you'll still remember it. Stay tuned. So some things I just found out about getting this bike. It has its own built-in locking system. If you see right here, this lever will lock the bike. And then there's a key that's gonna help release the lock. And it's right here. Very smart on the Danes to find a way to prevent the use of theft. So some very simple features. This is a high frame bike, so it's actually meant for people to ride upright. There's a bell. It's going to be pretty loud. Multiple speeds. And of course I hooked up the GoPro with the Karma grip to have stabilization. So another thing that I found out was that one of the locals told me that most restaurants on Sunday closes early, and she mentioned this restaurant that we're gonna go down there. It should take about half an hour to get down there, and I'm gonna hook up my navigation so that I won't get lost. So see you guys in a bit. So I finally got to the restaurant. It's a restaurant Pangate. I can't even pronounce that. Some things on the bike ride. Very easy to navigate. It's a workout. It took me about 7.5 kilometers to get here, so it took me about 25 minutes. Very bike friendly. Kitchen is closed a couple of minutes before, but because try to plead my case that I came about 8 kilometers by bike, they're like, oh, you must be really tired and hungry, and I am. So I'll let you guys follow up. So here it is, pickled herring with some apple. It's pretty tasty. So pickled herring is really, really good. I haven't even gone into the bread yet, but it looks very promising. I love the presentation. Have a little bit of applesauce. I think that's the counter pickle. Oh yeah. This is way too good. This is way too good. So you see the smear on there is really butter. This one I have pretty much every piece of it right there. All right. This is a good start. I'm gonna finish this, and then when they bring the second one, I'm gonna film that one afterwards. So this is actually really good. Bread is nice and toasted. Really good. All right, so this is the chicken sandwich. Previous photos, so it has some bacon, some asparagus that's nicely shaved, some watercress, I think. And then, of course, the beautiful chicken salad. Oh, it's still whole pieces. Really nice. Look at that. Man, this is so good. The server, she told me that she loves the subtle flavors. Of course, I need a little spice in there. You know, because when you think of chicken salad back in the States, it's usually a scrap piece. But this is really good. So they must have roasted a lot of chicken and then broke it up by hand. So yeah, very good. I'm probably gonna end the meal and then get going to my next place of where I want to go. So I might see you guys at the waterfront. Hey everyone, so got my tickets to the beer tasting and also the tickets for the actual tour. One little tip is that if you're a student in a major university or actually in any post-secondary institution, have your ID and then you get a reduced rate. Instead of spending 100 krona, you'll spend only 70 krona. So here are my tickets. Here's the map of the brewery. What's cool is that you get a free drink or a soft drink. Probably gonna get a drink and then a free gift, which is just a little magnet of the Carlsberg emblem, which is pretty cool. The tour, they say it roughly in English starts, it's only 30 minutes. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm actually very excited. Lots of things to see at the brewery.
Right now we're actually standing in the oldest original part of the factories. If anyone has done any other touristy things in Copenhagen, you might have heard this city burned down a lot. So in the 1860s there was a fire up here, all of the factory buildings above ground burned, obviously underground remained. So we are about 8 meters down. These are the cellars that they stored their beer in while it needed to ferment. The style of beer that Carlsberg got its money and fortune off of brewing is called lager, so that no one really is Germanic based, so lager means to store. Especially in the 1800s, it's a type of beer that needed to ferment for about 6 months in order to be alcoholic and tasty enough to sell. And that needs to happen at a cool temperature that stays pretty constant. So as you can tell, it's chilly down here. Stays like this pretty much all year round. You guys are glazing over and looking very thirsty, so we can combine our beer and history if you follow me. You may have noticed that I took it out of the fridge a little bit before giving it to you guys. Obviously, there were no refrigerators in the 1850s. So this is meant to be served a bit warmer, really about cellar/room temperature. You guys have now been in a Danish cellar. You know it is chilly. this is probably fine. You will also notice when you pour it, it doesn't have very much of a head on it. When you drink it, it's not super bubbly. So when you ferment a beer, these days CO2 is added to most beers actually in order to give the bubbles that we expect. There has been some added to this, but not nearly as much as you would have in like a Carlsberg. So the hill that we're on is made out of limestone, has a bunch of springs in it. So limestone is really good for cleaning water. And having a guaranteed safe and private source of water made people trust the beer even more because less likely to get you sick, therefore everyone bought it. So those springs are still there. We're making about 3.5 million liters of beer every year up here. So they can't quite keep up, and also I don't think they're up to code, so we're not using them anymore. But they have analyzed the water and recreated the mineral content in the brew water for this beer. So it is like the closest you can get to an original Carlsberg.
So we just finished the beer tasting. Right now I'm going to show you guys the beautiful horses here. Hey! Wow, pretty big. And look, they're just chewing away on that hay, man. Very cool. Here's another one. This one don't even want to look at us right now. Sorry, buddy. So the tasting is over, and now there's the self-guided tour. What's funny is that it's very encouraging that while you're in the self-guided tour that you drink beer. I have to pace myself. I'm not as a drinker like I used to be, so pretty interesting. I'm super excited that I had a chance to come out here. The young lady that gave out the tour was actually from New Jersey, so really cool expat connection. Get ready to go on the self-guided tour. See you guys in a bit. So there it is, our burger. Well, they did a really nice job on crisping the cheese on there. Oh, there's some apple. Really interesting. Here we go. It's not really a French fry. It's like a baked potato wedge, which is good. Try this burger out. Look at this. Crazy. Sliding all over the place. The apple's really good. It has that little sweetness because you know apple and cheese actually go very well. But this is very good. So I'm gonna finish this burger and then we'll get ready for the guided tour. Hey everyone, so now I'm at Restaurant 108. Here's the signage. Actually at night, that number actually lights up. So very looking forward to checking this out. Seems like they're not having service right now, so here's their menu. Pretty straightforward. The tasting menu, because it is a little high, but I'm going to go try a couple of things and then maybe just call it a day. I'm actually very looking forward to it, so you guys stay tuned. So good.
The menu here for you?
Thank you. Awesome. I already know what I want, so I'll start with the beets, followed by the egg yolk potato, and then the glazed pork.
Pork donut.
Yeah.
It's Æbleskivershell.
Say again?
So Æbleskiver.
Oh yeah. I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
We fill it with seaweed ice cream and coffee caramel.
Oh.
And dusted with some
No, I'll
raspberry
take that.
brownie.
No, I'll
Super.
take that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Their everyday lager. I actually had this at the bar on the other side. Hi, good evening.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, so these are sourdough bread.
Nice.
It's baked fresh in house by our bakers each morning, and it's served with a salted whipped cream.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Oh wow, this is great.
Alright, so to start you, we have your first dish is a yellow beetroot. So it has been steamed with a little bit of yeast oil. We serve them with different type of pickles. There's a little bit of plums, a little bit of elderflower, and some fresh lemon thyme.
Hey guys, so they gave me my second course. It's the potato and egg right here. So they told me that I must use this particular spoon, probably because of the caviar. It's all good, so we can give it a try.
Hey, sorry about the horrible video coverage, but we're going to finish off the last two courses with a voiceover. The entree course was a beautifully lacquered pork belly with mushroom leather and fried herbs. The pork belly was extremely tender, had a nice caramel flavor, and the mushroom leather was a great earthy note to go with the fried herbs. And finally, the dessert was a beautifully crafted hot donut. This is a ebbelskipper, which is usually a donut that is hollowed out with sea salt caramel and kelp ice cream with raspberry powder. A very inventive and fun way to have an ending to a lovely meal. And my coffee of choice was a citrusy Ethiopian coffee to round out the meal. So just left 108, and the experience was really good. I mean, for one Michelin star, food was spot on. There was a couple of things that I kind of questioned, but aside from that, service was great. They invited me into the kitchen, saw the kitchen, saw their entire operation, how they do certain things, and it was very good. Like, I will say this now, I will question the price for certain things, but just the fact that I actually took the plunge and went was very rewarding. Of course, with a lot of chefs, they suggest a lot of other restaurants. Amos is one of them. It's actually ran by an American, Matthew Orlando. Anyway, the next thing I'm probably going to do is just check out the sunset and then make my way back. Obviously it's very active. The day is actually very nice. So gonna head back, take in the rest of the day, and then get ready for the last full day in Copenhagen. Other than that, it was a very good experience, especially the pork belly and the ebbelskipper. Very good. So I'm gonna say goodbye to 108, and I'm gonna sign off for the rest of the day. See you guys later.